Hey everyone, it's your friendly neighborhood ink slinger. I always want to say web ink slinger, but I'm not Spider-Man and I don't want to get in trouble. All I have are zeros. Please, Marvel, don't hurt me. Anyways, it's been a good week. I titled this one "Don't Forget to Write," and I haven't, uh, but I did have a day where I didn't write. Not because I forgot. It's just we'll get into it. So again, the three things that I'll be talking about today is yes, progression, accountability, right? That's A number one. A number two, if you will, it's going to be an idea that I have that I've been pondering. And I would really love your thoughts. So if you like or dislike the idea, or if it makes you think of other ideas, please leave a comment. I would greatly appreciate it. Even if your comment is meh, I'll take the meh. I promise you. That would be outstanding. And then after I talk about the idea or ideas, I'll give you a really good send off. I think it's going to be a good send off. All right, so let's get to it. Accountability. So yes, I wrote last week. I wrote practically every day. Right, I did miss one day. I missed Thursday. So I woke up at my time, right? I woke up at 3 a.m. sharp. I did my thing in the closet, and I heard the alarm. And I think what happened was as soon as I turned it off, I ignored it, and I kept in my prayer pose, even though if I was praying, I was probably praying in the dream realm. So we'll leave it at that. So I missed one day. Also, I am progressing really good. And then last week, I think I misspoke because I said I was in chapter 8. Actually, when I looked at my notes and my tracker, I was already 3 pages into chapter 9, but for some reason I kept going back. There was just something, I don't know, just a few edits. Again, and I always keep in mind my friends, words, it's not the writing, it's the rewriting. So that's why I didn't focus too much time on it. I think I went back maybe one day, and I didn't spend the entire 45 to 51 minutes that I've allotted myself to write on that one day. Maybe 15 minutes. I don't even think that. Maybe 10 to 15 minutes. There was like 3 sentences that I didn't like. I felt like they didn't, I don't know if they didn't flow, or maybe it was like puzzle pieces that were lopsided, right? Like, yeah, it doesn't fit as good as I think it should. So that was it. So, but I'm progressing good. I want to say, as far as chapter 9 is concerned, I want to say that I'm midway there. Will I be done this time next week? I don't know. I want to say yes, right? Yes, with positivity, right? Let's not make it a question. And yes, in the affirmative, in the positive affirmative. But again, this is the podcast, the tracker, the allotted time, right? The scheduled time. I mean, all this it's like a trifecta of just like getting it done. Because what took me 2 years, I probably did in 2 weeks. You know what I mean? So I wish I would have discovered this method years ago. But hey, it's better late than never, right? So once you discover it, you go with it. All right. So here's the idea that I have, or ideas. I don't know if it's multiple ideas, 1, 2, 3, whatever. My thought was, okay, so once I'm done with the book and once I put it out and people read it, I kind of thought maybe I can put it out, not just in written format, but I can do, so, because obviously once I write it, I don't know if I'll still have more podcasts to give about, because, then I won't need, there's going to be more books that I'm going to write, and maybe I'll still use the podcast to keep me accountable. But even if I don't, I thought maybe, or for a short period of time, even if I don't for a small amount of time, what I could do is come back every week, maybe it's the same night, maybe it's not, who knows? That's not important. But come back every week and do like an audiobook meets a video graphic novel, and you get it within 10 to 15 minutes in 10 to 15 minute increments. Till, from page 1 all the way till page whatever, 2, 300, whatever the novel ends at. That was just an idea. Or I could just do an audiobook. I don't know. I just think it's, I read it, and the way I've been writing it, it really it reads more like a script, like, no, this is meant either for like a series or a film. The only reason I wouldn't want to do it in a movie is because if they want to do one 90-minute movie, I think it's too much. I think you would miss out on so much. I think if I were to make it in 90-minute increments, I think I would need at least 3 movies. I think, right? To give it justice, so you can go into all the details without cutting or skipping, or, because I believe that you'll miss out on some important details. Does that mean it wouldn't be a good movie? I mean, if it's well made, it's well made, right? You can't argue with that. But I think there would be a lot of missed cues, missed opportunities, just, So, but that was my idea, right? So either just the audiobook, or the audiobook meets the video graphic novel, right? And I guess if I'm saying video graphic novel, I don't need to say audiobook, right? It's just because then at that point, so one of the two. Again, I don't know if you guys have a preference, let me know. If it's a May, you don't know. May is spelled MEH, right? Exclamation, ... whatever works best for you. All right, and then let me give you what I thought was a really appropriate send-off. I read it and I'm like, hey, that's pretty sharp, because I believe that's what I started doing ever since February 5th, when I started devoting 2 hours and 24 minutes to God, right? So, and it's from a very famous author as well. His name is Stephen Covey. Another thing that he's famous for is anytime you hear anyone talk about a paradigm shift, they got that from him. Even if they didn't learn that phrase from him, whoever they learned that phrase from, I can almost guarantee you that person learned it from him. All right, so Stephen Covey says the key is not to prioritize what's on your schedule, but to schedule your priorities. So whatever's most important to you, make sure that that's at the top of your list, right? I don't know if I listened to a podcast or if I read it somewhere, but it says really the moment you open your eyes and you're up, you're ready to go, that's when you're at your best. And as the day progresses, you lose steam, you lose inspiration, innovation, energy, a little bit at a time. Now, again, just like and I don't think that's a rule, right? I think it's more of like a human study, right? Because you see people, how they behave and how they react, how they work. There are exceptions to that rule. There are people that come to life at night where they're just like, this is, at midnight, I'm in my flow state, right? Again, that's not me, but I'm saying, so for those people that are the exception, hey, you do you. You figure out your own system. Don't let anyone tell you that doesn't work. You work the way you want to work. And just whatever you do, just give it your best, right? Whether it's for your own personal self, your own fulfillment, or if you're on the job, if you're getting paid, if someone's expecting something from you, just do it. Just do it with everything you got. I promise you, every night you'll go to sleep feeling fulfilled, like your mission has been completed. All right, y'all. It's been really fun. Thanks again for listening to my shenanigans. As always, it's been your man, George Paredes. This is Right on Time. Thanks, guys. Have a great night. Have a better weekend. A better week. It's going to be May.